And that's a tricky question that I would like to discuss, is how I pick a pair of headphones. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing about headphones. How do you pick headphones? That's something that I see often online. People are saying, what headphones should I buy? And headphones is a bit like shoes. Until you tried it, you can't really tell which one is the best for you. I've been using these headphones for about almost 10 years. It's the HD 650. These are really solid when it comes to mixing and mastering because they are flat and they're open as well. And that you can have like a really clear image of what you're doing with them. And they have not been disappointing in any way. And after 8-10 years, I feel I've reached a point where I want more details. Recently, what I did is I was using some closed headphones for my podcast, Audio Technica, which come with a mic like this. They're pretty good. I wouldn't say that these I would mix or produce or do mastering with them. They're not made for that. So I went to Moog Audio in Montreal. It's a store that I really love, by the way. He lent me a few headphones that I could listen to. So the first one that I got is the Clear Professional by Focal. Focal is a brand from France, and they're known to be amazing. Like a lot of people are raving about them. And from my understanding, I think, like headphones are like, again, shoes in the sense that they have their personality. I think Sennheiser are very very detailed and technical. And when I tried the Focal, I really love how transparent they were. Very precise, very detailed, but I felt that there was like a slight coloration when it came to transients. For instance, this is like the first thing that I do when I listen to music for my headphones. I'm going to be listening to the transients. Because, for instance, the HD 650 by Sennheiser, the transients are sometimes clicky. So electronic music, what I notice is that percussion, if they're not well EQ'd, they'll be clicky. You'll hear the click in it. And that's really typical from digital, especially if you're working in 44.1 kilohertz in terms of the sample rate. You'll hear some percussion to be more clicky. So if you put it to 48 or 88, the click might change to something a bit more buttery. The thing is with the 650, the click is very important because as an engineer, it tells me when I need to EQ those details. But what I noticed is that with the Focal, the click wasn't as precise and as obvious. So to go from the 650 to the Focal, I realized that I will need to learn to listen again. Like it'll be like a total different experience in terms of understanding how does a transient EQ'd in a specific way in the Focal will translate in the real world. Because that's basically what you're going to be doing with your headphones. You need to understand how something sounds in the real world or on the PA. Right now I have Genelex here. And okay, when this sounds like hurtful, how does it sound in my headphones? Then I listen to my headphone. Wow, it doesn't hurt in the headphone, but it hurts when I listen to them on the Genelex. Okay, so how do I translate? Does that still hurts in a club? I need to listen to the club. And then I need to do the other way around. It hurts in a club. Does it hurt on the Genelex? Does it hurt in the headphones? And then I can counter-validate what I hear in the studio monitors and headphones. And eventually I find, okay, these frequencies needs to be adjusted this way. So with Focal, like I said, would be a complete different way of of thinking in terms of, I think in terms of detail, I will need to check how it is. In terms of comfort on the ears, I would say that I tried them for an hour and they were feeling really light and comfortable. The problem with the HD650, they're not super comfortable if I wear them all day long, and I do wear them all day long. And also I noticed something is because of the pandemic, I'm working a lot from home. I go to the studio still, but I work a lot from home. The open architecture of these headphones make me miss a lot of the reverb. So the noise floor of my place, like right now, there's a noise floor of the dryer working in the background. I would hear it in these headphones, so I would kind of crank it up a little bit just to compensate. And another pair of headphones that were lended to me is the Audeze. First thing that I noticed about Audeze is it doesn't say anywhere on the pair what the model is, or maybe there is and I'm too dumb to find them. I don't know, but they're massive. This is big and heavy. They're very impressive. The first time you get them in your hands, you're like, wow, this is must be sounding amazing. It's a tank. It must be precise. And I've read, and the salesman told me that there's this new technology that they do, and they're the only one to do that, and it's very special, and have to give it a proper run. So when I'm being told that I need to be doing a proper run for headphones to really understand them, I feel that this is not how it works. Guys like Andrew Sheps, they do mixing and mastering and then headphones, and they work with a lot of mixes that are crap. And I work in mixing and mastering, and I work a lot in my headphones, and I hear a lot of stuff that is good, and I hear a lot of stuff that is bad. And my role as an engineer is always to try to reverse engineer what is good, and then understand, okay, how can I take this difficult mix and bring it there? And for me, the real run of audio in headphones is to listen to stuff that has problems, because I want to see if the problems will pop in my headphones. So now you're going to say, okay, I would like to listen to headphones, but I'm not an engineer. How do I know if it's going to be good for me? Well, the first thing is comfort on the ears. I presume that if you do music, you're going to spend hours on it, so it has to feel comfortable. For me, the Audeos are not comfortable. Too heavy, bulky. If I do this, I feel like I'm gonna, I don't know, it's just, I'm a small guy, so it just feels too much. And second of all, the fit on my ear didn't do so good. Maybe for a lot of people, these will be amazing, but I felt like in the high mids, there was a part that felt hollow. It felt like it was far away, and that's kind of like a very critical part of the spectrum, which is the high and high mids, because there's a lot of information there, and there's a lot of information that are difficult for the human ear to deal with. So I would say that if you want to run or test drive a pair of headphones, I would really encourage you to listen to music that first and see if the music that you like sound good in those headphones. That's a really good start. And then I would try to encourage you to listen to some stuff that has a lot of percussion and vocals to see how does it translate in the headphone. Is it really transparent, or is there some frequencies that are hurting? Are the transients really clear? Because, for me, it was really shocking to see the difference between the Focal and the HD650. And there's another pair of Audeze. These one are high profile because I think they're open. They're the Audeze LCDX, and they're planar magnetic technology. I think those were the ones with the technology there. So sorry if I seem uninformed, but honestly, whenever someone feels that he has to bring out a list of all the things that the headphones are doing, but I cannot hear it when I listen to them. I mean, I don't need to be wowed by technical aspect. I want to be wowed by what I hear. And sadly, like, I put them on, and again, these are less heavy than the other ones, but they're still really bulky, really intense. And they are not doing the job for me. Like, they're not like grabbing the details the way I want them. And one thing that I like to listen to is stuff with a lot of dynamics. By dynamics, a lot of people are asking what dynamics are, and it's basically the difference between the loudest sounds and the lowest. And when there's a big difference between the two, we say that there's a huge range. And I like stuff with a lot of dynamics because I want to see how those headphones are translating the difference in volumes like that, because this can really give like a 3D aspect to the listening experience. And they were good. I mean, it's good, but again, there's something with the high mids. I think the fitting on my ear is not the best. So this is why I wouldn't say that these headphones are bad. They're not working for me. And that's the point of this whole video, is to say you have to try. You have to try a few, and go in a store and try them, and then or try to see if you can order them, try them, and then return them. I think that's like the most important part. So I think I'm going to be a Sennheiser guy for the next 10 years. I probably will upgrade to the HD 800S. I've read really great things, and I was in touch with Sennheiser on their website, and I think I'm going to order them and probably do another video about this. So I hope this helps. If you enjoyed this video and thought it was useful and you would like to stay in touch with me and the other videos I'm going to be posting, maybe you want to hit subscribe. Always fun. Thank you.